Game 2 is here of the Texas Rattlesnakes versus the Benchwarmers. Eric Schwei's been looking impressive, but he definitely needs his team to step up. Meanwhile, the Texas Rattlesnakes have looked like a well-oiled machine. Doug is making a couple saves here and there. Crush is doing the little things, and Jack's capitalizing on the wide-open shots. Definitely need a change of pace for the Benchwarmers if they want to stay alive in this tournament. Forgive me, ladies and gentlemen. I got a new mask. It keeps falling off my face, but I can breathe a lot better in this thing. Much like this guy breathing without a mask. I don't know why I have to wear one, why he gets to not wear one. Yeah. But much like a lot of things with this company, I don't really have much of a say. If I want to keep doing what I'm doing, I just got to kind of obey.
No, and let me just get out in front. It shows a lack of professionalism. When you're watching the news, are the newscasters wearing masks? No, they're not. When you talk, you take your mask off. No one can understand you. It's really disrespectful what you're doing right now.
Well, listen, unlike our president, I would like to set an example for the people watching back home on maybe how to just take safety precautions.
Yeah, but it's hard to understand what you're saying. Your job is to speak clearly, to enunciate, and that really makes it difficult. It's inhibiting your job personally. There's a reason why nobody that's talking for a living on TV is wearing a mask while they're doing their job.
Right, but also my job is to set an example for the people back home on how to live your life as a human being. In a scenario like this where there's a pandemic going around, I seem to be the only person that gives a shit that does talking. Whereas, I don't know, maybe the most powerful man in this country doesn't want to wear one.
Right.
Like, why exactly?
Okay.
Oh, because I want to exercise my freedom when there's millions of people who'd probably wear one if he did.
Have you ever considered the fact that maybe the public view of you is more negative than positive, and they see you wearing a mask that's going to drive them to wear a mask less?
Like reverse psychology?
Like, they hate you. Everyone that's watching this. Gretchen likes you, probably. You like Gretchen?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Again, looking out for the safety of us. I don't know what's the big deal about that, but...
Look, you can look out for your own safety. You don't need Gretchen to strap you in your baby chair and feed you formula. We're adults. We're all adults here. Here's what you do. What you think's best. I'll do what I think's best.
If I get sick, I'm gonna be really mad because I know where it came from.
Yeah, but what would you do though?
Complain? What do you mean?
Yeah, complain to closed ears. Nobody's listening to your complaints. I'm gonna complain about you.
How?
For the thing you told me not to talk about.
Hint at it.
Hint at it?
No, don't hint at it. I saw you thinking, and I'm like, yeah, this could be bad for my character. You look at the big guy, Mr. Fuds. And right next to me is my partner in crime, Hidalgo, exercising his right not to wear a mask. Where I'd like to be a little more safe and project that this is real, not a hoax, but some people just refuse to believe it. Some people think 5G, or some people think, oh, it's made up to swing the election. While others look at evidence and say, oh, there might be a virus going around that's very contagious, killing off people that have weak immune systems.
Okay, say what you will about the Chinese virus, and we can call it that, the Chinese virus, right? Is that what you call it?
No.
Yeah, you don't like that, do you?
No, I don't like that.
Yeah, it's a Chinese virus, well, Gretchen.
Because ignorant people are going to look at that and then just call it that, and then they're going to take that same energy and apply it to all Asian Americans, whether they're Chinese or not.
Right.
But Ryan Swai, just like we've been saying every week, offensively is not around. He's been playing decent goalie as of late, but needs to start shooting the ball.
He's not. He played horrible in net last game. Wasn't a good attempt. I mean, in the playoffs, you got to be diving for everything. That little kick shit that Swai does, that's not going to fly. So I can understand why his brother Eric's getting in his ass a little bit that last game. He's got to do more of that, though. He's got to be more vocal. He's got to push his teammates a little bit more this game because it just wasn't enough having him play a virtually perfect game. It still wasn't enough. He's got to get more from his teammates.
Yeah. And speaking about getting more vocal, I mean, could use some help from our president to get more of these worn around.
Why do you keep talking about the president?
Because it's a very topical issue that I think, personally, needs to be addressed.
What's the issue with the president?
He's a terrible role model.
To who?
To everyone in this country.
Why would Donald Trump be a role model? That's pathetic. That's pathetic if Donald Trump's your role model. I mean, he's nobody's role model. They think he's funny, and he puts conservative people in the court.
Oh, so you're saying people vote for him because it's comedy?
No, I said it because he puts conservative people in the court.
Oh, but you also said he's funny.
Yeah, he is funny. That's just a little icing on the cake.
Fair enough.
Unlike Biden, that pig can't even get through a sentence without mumbling off into something incoherent nonsense.
Well, I mean, I do that all the time. I get caught up in my thoughts.
He's also a pedophile. You've seen the videos. Yeah, I sent them to you.
He's touchy, but I wouldn't call him a pedophile.
Look, where there's smoke, there's fire. And there's smoke. Boys, there's smoke.
And here we go, game 2. Bench warmers back against the wall. We got the scoreboard back, but unpaid intern fucked up the Texas Rattlesnakes logo there. It doesn't even fit in the box.
Hey, he's new on the job. Give him the benefit of the doubt.
I mean, I guess. All right. And off the bat, someone on the field asking referee Todd Duree if you're paying attention. He takes his headphones off and says, "What?"
You love to see that. I mean, that's a ref that just lets the boys play. And you want to let them play in the playoffs like this. You don't want ticky-tack call.
And Jack Sauber starting things off 1-for-1 with a bullet in the corner. Ryan Swy wasn't able to get on it. You can't let Jack shoot. Maybe let Doug wide open. I don't know what else to do. Beautiful sleeping bear again from Eric. He is the best in the game at that.
Yeah, role model right there for his team. You know, he's not going to lead by his voice. He's not going to get in their ears and yell at them. He's going to lead by example, and that's the best they got right now.
Be nice if we had a president that did that.
It's weird how you're obsessing over. You're becoming one of these anti-Trump people.
I mean, it's not hard to become an anti-Trump person if you pay attention to what's been happening.
I do pay attention. I read the policy. You don't even read the policy. You just see what the latest Twitter outrage is, and you jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah, because it's the voice of the people. I mean, that's what's happening in the streets.
What's the voice of the people?
Twitter.
No, it isn't.
Okay, then who's it the voice of?
It's the voice of dissent.
Anyway. Benchwarmers tied 1-1 with an opportunity to take the lead here. It'll be the second lead of the series they've had. Ryan Swyland and Rip blocked up front by Crust. Blocked out front by Brad, and he's getting in Crust's face trying to get that ball back. Beautiful defense from Brad. We need to see hit more of that. And Jack with an ugly shot. Swy bopping it out of bounds. Disgusting shot from the captain. Ugh, grossed me out. But hey, which Whamo player are you? Hop onto BuzzFeed to find out. We'll put the link in the description, and maybe you can find out which Whamo player you are if you're watching from home. Be sure to put your answer in the comments. I got Tim.
Yeah, I didn't do it. And I won't.
Oh, it's fun. It's just something fun for the fans.
You know, what I've seen from Brad Bird so far, it's encouraging. He's playing with a little more energy. He seems to be in it more right now. That's a good sign. That's a good sign right here.
And they're looking for Eric a lot in the sleeping bear box. Oh, yep. Okay, scoreboard back. Come on, kid, keep it together. It looked like they're going for Eric in the sleeping bear box, but a little high overthrow pass, but not a bad idea. Is that Doug? Oh, that was Jack. I thought Doug took a sleeping bear for a second. I was like, that's risky. But Jack missing. Jack's hit a couple sleeping bears early, but then he started whiffing on a lot of them, and there's another whiff from him. Looks like he's kind of losing his touch, where Eric's picking up right where he left off on those sleeping bears. And we got the all-rookie team, the captains of each team. 10 people voted for the all-rookie team, all defensive team, all Whamo team, all second team. And here's your rookie team, Vito, Crust, Isaiah, and Doug. What do you think of that?
That's interesting.
Bleeping that out, I'll tell you that, because that's a spoiler if I've ever heard one. And going back to Crust. Still rotating triangle. They're doing the same offense. Nothing's changed with these rattlesnakes. Get them to bite. They got Jack in the corner.
I mean, it worked last time. Why change it up?
Eric able to keep up with Jack to force the bad shot.
We're at Gary Gritz's driveway again. I'm Gary Gritz, of course. I have another Swikowski brother. This time it's Eric. Eric, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. You could speak up. It's okay. It's not going to hurt you. Eric, critics say one day you'll be a top 5 talent in the sport. Why would they say that?
I don't know why they wouldn't say I'm a top 5 talent right now. I've proven myself in the Turkey Cup, my rookie year, and the 2013 World Cup. I went to the finals.
Okay. Now, I've been told you're a very emotional player on the field. Do you feel like that helps or hurts your game?
It definitely helps my game.
Okay. What makes you so emotional?
The passion I have for Whamo. It's
Yeah?
one of the greatest games ever.
Yeah? Where would you put that up? Like, where would you put that up on the sports? tier?
Right next to football. I would
Football?
definitely say NFL. Yeah. Right
Yeah.
there.
You kind of mumbled at the end. What did you say?
No, it's just
Oh, okay.
Go
Right. There's a famous sequence of you and Judain in the 2013 World Cup Finals. You two were constantly seen saying things to each other, which led to you flicking him off. What were you two saying?
honestly, I couldn't recall, but definitely a lot of trash talk goes on into the Whamo field. Emotions run high.
You have 3 brothers. Of the 4 of you, who's the most sly?
Definitely have to say Ryan.
Ryan?
Ryan.
What defines a swai?
Short,
Short?
ugly.
Okay.
I can't really say what else.
Okay. Are you all circumcised?
I can say for myself, yes, but I don't know about them.
No, you never looked.
Why would I want to?
Okay, you're right. No, who knows? You're brothers. You might be curious one day. I have a brother. I did that once.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, you know. Last question for you. It's kind of personal. Kisses or hugs? What are you a man of?
Can you repeat the question?
Okay. Kisses or hugs? What are you a man of?
I'm a passionate man, so kisses.
Kisses?
Yeah.
You like women?
Yeah.
Do you like women because you never slept with a man before?
That definitely could be it.
You want to try it?
I'll pass today.
Okay. Maybe next time. That's not a no, but it's not a yes either. It's a maybe for future. All right.
Got to keep open-minded.
This has been Gary Gritz with another fascinating Whamo interview. I thank you for joining me, and God bless the troops out there.
God bless them.
God bless them.
Solid heads up from the intern that an interview was coming. That transition wasn't the proper one, but oh man, Jack Sauber ripping little Eric down like a crocodile sucking down a gazelle into the swamp.
Oh, he's mad.
Yeah, he's passionate. He said he's a man of passion. That's why I prefer kisses, and he's passionate about other things too, not just love.
Yeah, interesting insight into Eric Swai. A lot of people don't know much about him. He's a bit of an enigma on the court. It's always good to hear from him.
And I tell you what, this game's been physical. We saw Brad Berg getting in Jack's grill early, in Doug's grill early. We see Jack getting all over Eric to force the turnover. Both of these teams are kind of playing crash and bash Whamo.
Yeah, and no one's giving an inch in this locked up 1-to-1 game. This is like when the two fighters are just staring each other down. Nobody's thrown a real blow yet. And we're seeing who blinks first.
And if you notice, the Texas Rattlesnakes are running the Skunks offense, the backfield transition, and it's not working. They're getting clamped on too hard. They got to go back to their man-in-the-box offense with the cycling triangle because that backfield offense is hard to run. But Eric, oh, man, slippery fingers, Swikowski dropping that high pass. Tried to Calvin Johnson up it and pull it down, but wasn't able to.
Yeah, you know he's mad at himself. He probably should have came down with that one, but you give him a little leeway to make mistakes. He's been leaving it all out there.
See if the Rattlesnakes go back to their cycling box offense. They've been hanging in the backfield a little bit this game, which is interesting because you don't see it too much. It's hard to play that offense unless you have a lot of speed, which the Skunks have. Nice save by Swai. He needed that, which the Rattlesnakes aren't the fastest team necessarily. But I wouldn't call them the slowest by any means either. Maybe porta potty tippers. Line call for Doug, but didn't matter. Doug got that one off the post. And here come the Rattlesnakes on a fast break. Deep pass by Cross, but he's wide open. Pump and go!
Oh,
got it.
Win in. It's why it's just been slow to get the low ones. I mean, that's definitely not his strength as a goalie.
It was hard to tell. He got down and dirty for it, but it just went under his torso. Unfortunate. There's a shot. Oh, he bounces back, though. There's what he needs to do. Step up to the plate and start scoring. You need the defense to clamp on you to get your wing shooters open, and right now he has two powerful wing shooters.
Right, but let's face it, Brad Bird hasn't scored a goal yet these entire playoffs. He's not really been there. But somebody else does have to step up. So if it's Ryan instead of Brad, so be it. They need some help.
Doug looking for the man. He got clamped on, and beautiful catch from Sauber. I thought that one hit the dirt, but he reached out like Mr. Elastic to get it, and Crust again puts it baby shot low, but Swai makes the save.
Oh, he got it. He did get it. I thought that one went in.
I kind of did too, so I started hyping up Crust, but then I realized he saved it.
Yeah.
It's hard to see sometimes as modern. Beautiful stop by Crust, and there's what I'm talking about. He's kind of all over the place, doing the little things to get the ball back, forces a turnover. He's passing the ball well, and he's got a good shot. He's wide open. He's going to take it. Money that time, puts it right under Swai's torso, and just like you said, or just like I said last game, he's accurate. He can put it in that corner, nice low, little bounce shot. Beautiful. Hard to save. Even when you are a good goalie, that's a hard shot to save.
And so far, the supporting cast, that goes to the Rattlesnakes. The supporting cast has been better this game than the bench warmers. Still not stepping up. You're still not seeing anything from Brad, but Crust has shown a little bit more offensively than he did last week.
Brad missed a huge opportunity there. Doug cheated out of the net to try to wrap him and got caught way out of position. Brad with the wide open shot hit the post, unfortunately, and it's not a tie game anymore. It's not a tie game after that. It's 2-3, and the Texas Rattlesnakes have a chance to go up 2. Big opportunity missed by Brad Bird, unfortunately. I mean, he's a rookie. Maybe it's the playoffs kind of giving him jitters.
Maybe he just drank himself stupid, and now he can't really play a competent game of Whamo.
Crust on the corner. He's trying to break Eric's legs. Nice save by Swai getting down there. Eric, good job sticking with Crust to force the bad shot. That was a close one, too. Eric almost threw it in his own net, but Swai getting down to do that. Does that count as a save?
I don't think so, but it was a great recovery by both of them. They're both hustling right now, and that's what you need. Let's see if Brad can kind of get the memo.
Ooh, a little stab sleeping bear from Eric. Didn't get it. Unfortunately, Doug was in the right place. And another save by Swy.
Swy's stepping up right now. I'm telling you that right now. I was hard on him a couple of seconds ago, but he's made a couple big saves.
Huge saves, really. And he's doing the little turnover, unfortunately, wide open net. Oh, he forces the turnover.
Turnover on Joe. Swy's ball.
And they're calling it. Oh, wait, is he calling it?
Not Joe. Sorry, cross.
Do they have to hit the ball for it to be a fumble?
It looks like the ref called it a turnover, made him give it back to the bench warmers. And there's Ryan Swy making a huge defensive play as a goalie. You don't see goalies with that stat line too much. Eric just in the crossbar. Brad with a nice rebound. Watch the rusty pipes. There's a buried swing set in that corner that is very dangerous, so you are not allowed to play defensively. Brad Bird with the crazy shot, and Doug getting up high to make the save. Oh, if Brad would have scored that one, that might have been the momentum starter he needed.
Yeah, nothing's going right for him. Every time he has an opportunity to maybe get that one goal, get his confidence up, he just misses, he gets unlucky, something goes wrong. He can't get it going today.
Kudos to Doug, though, getting up and putting his hands up high to stop that one. Cross with off the post, gets his rebound, though. He's being wrapped up. He's got to do something, and Jack with the right spot at the right time, getting it back to Doug, who shakes off Brad, shoots. Nice save by Swy. Oh, man, if you're Doug and you do that pump-and-go shot, oh, that would have been money. That would have been a highlight reel for Doug. And there's Brad on the board. First goal
of the series.
Yeah, it might have been of the series. I can't remember if he got one last time or zero, but big goal, tie game. Hopefully that's the confidence boost he needed, because I would like to see a game 3. I really like both of these teams. And the Texas Rattlesnakes not cycling through the box again. This is kind of interesting unless Jack takes off right here. Well, they're playing a classic spread. Not usually their game. They're usually not this calm on the offensive side of the ball.
Look, it's hot out there. They're probably pretty tired. You can't always run such a fast offense.
Yeah, it does make it a lot easier to defend, though, and there's Jack sneaking in the box. There's the offense we were expecting. I think Jack's starting to realize they got to get the ball moving, otherwise he's not going to get an open shot off. Eric clamping on Crust. Back to Doug, and then there you go. Oh, it looks like Eric got hurt. And Jack punched it home.
Oh, no. This is horrible. This is catastrophic for their chances. I mean, he's been the pulse of this team.
On a stiff arm from Crust, it looks like Eric got a finger jammed. He was hunched over, but I think he was holding his thumb.
Yeah, they need to call an injury timeout, get that looked at. This is not good.
Brad Bird is showing up, though. I mean, hey, better late than never. And Doug kind of fumbled the ball out of bounds.
Yep.
Referee Todd called a turnover.
Is that not turnover? Am I wrong?
And now he's asking the audience if that's a turnover.
Yeah, very, very democratic ref.
But he had possession.
And it looks like they're going to let the Texas Rattlesnakes keep the ball.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of bullshit calls like that.
No. I'm just wondering.
Yeah, Texas Rattlesnakes are keeping the ball on this one.
Okay, I didn't even see what happened, to be honest.
I did. No, I'm calling a fair.
So confusion there. It looked like Doug Schmid went to pick up the ball and accidentally tossed it without really possessing it. He didn't have it in his hands at all. And the ref called turnover, but there was some arguments, which usually what the ref says goes, but referee Todd DeReet let the Rattlesnakes keep the ball.
Let the boys play. That's his slogan as a ref, and you saw it there. He inquired. He's active in the game, but he's not changing it. He's not making any calls that change the flow of the game.
And Brad Bird missing his first shot in the last 2 attempts he's had. So he caught a little streak, got a good shot off there. We want to see him shooting like that, but Doug was in the right place at the right time to pop that ball into the corner. Again, Doug's a solid goalie. That's not a guy you should lose confidence at when you're shooting on him if it's not going in. But look at Ryan Swy making a big save. Oh, man, is he showing up today. Man, and Eric calling that timeout really got him into that zone. I tell you what, he is looking very, very good today.
Let's see how Eric is. Do you notice anything with that injured finger?
He hasn't had the ball offensively too much. So defensively, that's something that's not really going to affect you. But offensively, I haven't been able to see. But there's a good block. It looked like it was off of that injured hand. He seems fine to me. Maybe just a light jam.
Maybe, but it's still something to keep an eye out because look, he's been the pulse of the team. He's been the heart and soul. The offense before just recently has completely worked through him, and it hasn't right now. And that ain't nothing.
Yeah, Eric's injury was a. Oh, man, he got clobbered by Doug again. Doug is noticing when Eric comes into the box, and he makes him pay. Oh, man, like the government's showing up to your door to make you pay the taxes you've been skipping on. They're making you pay, baby.
Yeah, physical game, and I don't think the bench warmers are ready for a physical battle today.
And I tell you what, Doug's smashing of Eric there set up the momentum they needed on that fast break, and Crust runs up to the line wide open and spikes it home. Eric with the high sleeping bear. Ooh, maybe that jam is haunting him a little bit. But looking at saves this season, the save leader was Todd DeReet. But if you look at number 2 and number 3, Justin Whitson, Ryan Swikowski, who were at the bottom of the list until the last game of the season when Justin Whitson put over 20 saves and Ryan Swy had 19 saves.
Yeah, and that was a clinic in saves. A bit of a boring game that kind of went on forever. But really, both of those goalies, they have potential. That's the thing with both those two goalies. They have that potential to flare up, have a dominating performance, but the consistency, it's just really not there for either of them.
That was my birthday game.
Nice, congrats.
And there's
What a
Crust.
save. Oh, I thought he saved that.
No, Crust went up and two-handed it into the bottom corner. I don't think I've ever seen a sleeping bear pulled off by Crust before. That was a beauty.
Yeah, he doesn't exactly get a lot of air either. He got about a half-inch of separation, but they countered it.
Doug with the dick save, beautiful cock block, and that is what you need to do in net stand, Harl. But you know, Brad Bird is he's got a cannon. If you could put it in the right spot like he did there, you're not saving that. Brad Bird with a snipe in the corner, and the bench warmers needed that, grabbing the rebound off that cock block and putting it right into the net.
Yeah, and Brad Bird, that's his third goal. I mean, if he could have just done this the last game, maybe they could have pulled one out. But you're starting to wonder, is it too little, too late? With Eric Swy a little injured. I mean, I don't know if it's a physical issue right now, but it's definitely a mental issue. He doesn't have that energy he had prior to getting hurt.
And Swy with the diving save on that last shot. Beautiful save. Didn't turn out to the goal he needed, and Crust puts it past him. Oh, man, it looks like Swy was in the right place on that one. Somehow it sneaked through. In a 5-8 lead, it's usually first to 8 is going to get you the W, but we'll see. There's still plenty of Whamo to go. And Brad Bird, oh, man.
Yeah.
No, he's here to play today. That kid's got a cannon. Oh, we watching Pirates of the Caribbean? Because I'm seeing cannons go off right now.
Yeah, finally, he's kind of pulling it together. I think he sensed that his team needed something with Eric going down, and he's been delivering. They just need a little bit more. I mean, I don't know. What could they do better? What could they do better, Kevin?
Well, like a doctor assisting a woman giving birth, they're just delivering, baby. And Brad Bird again. Oh, man, here's the rookie that was so hyped up. He is here to play. He is having a coming-out party right now. And one more goal, and these bench warmers tie the game up. Wow, this is really turning around.
Yeah, and they needed it. I can't stress enough how much they needed someone to step up when Eric went down with the injury. Brad Bird right now is proving the haters wrong. Look, he had a bad game last week. Nobody can argue that, but, I mean, he is stepping up right now. He's proving us wrong.
Where's Eric Swikowski been? I don't know if he's taken a shot since his injury.
Yeah, I mean, with a thumb injury like that, it's so important to gripping the ball and holding the ball that jamming that thumb, that could be a serious issue for you offensively with catching the ball, with throwing the ball. That could really affect your gameplay.
Ball in the corner for the Texas Rattlesnakes, looking to take that 2-goal lead. Crust wide open on the wing. And yeah, the Rattlesnakes moving the ball around. They're finally being patient, waiting for their shot. A lot of nothing, but sometimes that's what you got to do to really make advantage of the best opportunity. Doug with the goal, but there was a line call. So oh no, they shot it too.
Fucking circle trick out here. Line!
Yeah, he's pretty long.
Did he almost score two?
It was probably a foot over.
It's crumbling.
You guys could have slowed that down and tied the game up. Yeah, but you didn't. In retrospect, what was the better idea? Missing the net?
We're living in a fucking fairy world.
Isn't that a warning? You seen that? The fun guy. Kyle doesn't. Huh? You're the ref. Pay attention. Cut! Is that a turn? He touched you. Nice. Beautiful.
That last clip there, Eric screaming that it was a fumble when Jack was screaming it was a turnover, and Jack goes, "It touched you," and Eric says, "It touched you too, dumbass." Really trying to shit talk Sauber. I mean, he's doing a good job at it. Nice save by Swy again. But you also heard Todd asking, why didn't you slow the ball down and try to tie the game? Ryan shot a weird two-pointer. I mean, I guess if it scored, they take the lead, and that is the momentum you needed, but why not slow things down and let Brad take a shot? Maybe that's why, because Doug Schmid's here, baby. Beautiful save from Doug, and close game, 7-8. I mean, I think next goal might be the winner. That's who's going to get the momentum here.
Yeah, and a bit of an ill-advised shot there from Brad. He shot it from across the entire field. I mean, maybe he's feeling himself a little too much.
And there's the sleeping bear Sauber we've been looking for. Beautiful sleeping bear, left-handed, backhand flicker, and That might be the game, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see if they can counter, but you got to counter and stop them and counter again to keep this game alive. Sleeping Bear saved by Doug, and you know what? I think that's it. Eric, missing that Sleeping Bear, I think sums up this series because you needed him to score that. That's your best player, and Doug's been really shining this last couple minutes.
Yeah, those aren't easy to save. A lot of luck is involved, of course, but Doug's made some big plays today.
Owie booey, baby. Dougie Money with a beautiful shot from the point. Someone said, shoot it, Doug. Move your team on to the playoffs. He shot, scored, and pointed to that heckler. Beautiful shot from Doug. I got to say, MVP of the last 5 minutes of the game. Benchwarmers got woken up a little bit. Swy started making some huge saves. Brad Bird started to score a little bit, but a little too late. The Texas Rattlesnakes weren't dominant offensively by any means, but they did enough to get the job done.
Like you said, like we said before the game, Jack's just so consistent. He really doesn't leave much room for a lot of mistakes. And if you're not really gelling as a unit, if you don't have a great game, it's going to be really difficult to beat his team. You saw it there today. And let's just face it, huge blow to the sport seeing Eric get hurt like that. It clearly affected his game, whether it was mentally or physically down for the rest of the game. He wasn't the player that he was prior to it.
No, yeah, he started scoring, started sleeping bearing, and then I don't think he got a single point after that injury.
And you could tell it was affecting him because his only shooting attempts were sleeping bears after that. He wasn't stepping up and ripping shots like he was last week. You hate to see him lose like that because with Brad kind of stepping up a little bit right there, if he was at full strength, maybe they could have done something special.
Well, Final Four. We got our Whamo World Cup 4 Final Four. We got the Texas Rattlesnakes taking on the Skunks, which will be the first game of the Final Four, which we'll see in a couple weeks. And then the Beavers and Pink Slips. We'll do every other between those 4 teams.
Yeah, but it all starts with Jack on the defensive side of the ball and the offensive side of the ball. He's the captain out there, and he's a true captain. Influential, the guy tells you what he wants. He knows how to get it out of his teammates. You mentioned people don't like playing with him. Sure. But, that's something that's going to happen with great... People didn't like playing with Kobe.
True.
Yeah,
Kobe was also influential, which would be nice if our president was, to how to keep this country safe from a virus.
And Whitmer. It'd be nice if she was a little more influential.
How so?
How so? I asked first.
I'm just saying, it'd be nice if our president set an example for the rest of the country.
It'd be nice if Whitmer set a good example for the rest of us.
How hasn't she been setting a good example?
How hasn't Trump? I asked first.
He doesn't wear a mask.
Whitmer cheats on her husband.
Okay, that's a bold claim.
It's a true claim, and it's a bold claim that Trump doesn't wear a mask.
But hey, we're into the Whamo Final Four. Usually, it could be some of the best Whamo. We got 4 good teams. The Beavers are the hottest team in the league. Long Cut and Todd DeRee, he thrives in the playoffs. The Rattlesnakes, just the most well-balanced, probably the best talent-wise team in the league. And the Skunks, who are just insanely unique with their offense.
Yeah, the highest team in the league, some might say.
In certain categories. Yeah, for sure, bro.
Yeah.
Remember that Doobie bit? Doobie, that was a lot of fun.
That was a good bit.
Yeah.
That we did. You remember it? Play back.
It's like I'm getting a second-hand high or something. Because the Skunks are playing tonight, and those guys like to get baked. And I mean baked.
Yeah, they like to smoke the ganja, man.
Yeah, hit a doobie. Hit a doobie.
Whoa, bro, I'm fucking stoned, dude. I'm
hey.
fucking bleezy.
Crazy to think that that was that long ago.
It does.
And they're still that high.
Yeah, they're still that high. And look, they're always going to be high. These guys, they really set the trajectory of their lives. It revolves around drugs. It does. And you love them for it. You love them for it.
I was going to say that's why we love them.
You don't trust them with money, but you love them for it.
Yeah, go watch their games. Do not front them anything.
Nothing.
Unless you don't care about whatever you're giving them.
Right. It's essentially a donation that you can't write off.
Until next week, you're looking at the big guy, Mr. Fuds.
I'm Hidalgo.
We'll see you on the Whamo field.
Well, the country's opening back up. You know what's going on these days. It's been proven to be a hoax. Everybody kind of knows that by now. Gretchen lost all respect. Nobody respects her anymore. After the news that I published came out last week, she lost she went down a couple points in the polls. Let's just say that.
I don't know that it's been proven a hoax by any means.
Well, it has.
By?
We said we wouldn't talk about it.
We say that. We never have pre-cup. You say this
We
all the
do,
time.
though. We do. And you tell me stuff that we shouldn't talk about you. And I always respect that. But you always bring up the stuff that I tell you not to talk about.
Okay, I'll stop.
Okay.